Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Reentry, a spaceflight simulator here on Lord Master channel. The crew is on a coasting trajectory towards the Earth and must do what it takes to have an entry angle at about 6.5 degrees. The atmospheric entry is the final remaining task, and is one of the more complex procedures of a narrow entry corridor. The crew must be on a strict trajectory to hit the atmosphere correctly, and maneuver through it to avoid excessive G-forces or heat. Once through, the chutes and the landing system must safely bring the craft and the crew to a splash in the ocean. Now look, I've only done the splashdown with the Apollo spacecraft back in the Academy. And I did not exceed the maximum level of G's while doing so. It was a real smooth splashdown and all that. Real smooth re-entry, I should say. But the difference is you were doing it coming from Earth orbit, not coming back from the moon, which is a totally different thing altogether. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult task for a simple man like me. Lord Master, we are getting close to the Earth and your last phase of the journey. We will start by performing a short mid-course correction and see to move the V so we reach the entry angle of 6.5 degrees. Once we're on the proper trajectory, we will start preparing for an atmospheric entry and landing. Let's verify our trajectory and perform a mid-course correction. Roger. You are on an entry trajectory, so open the CSM burn tool and set both phase and DV to 0. To see your iPath angle at the entry interface. Press ready when done. Ready. Request. There on time. Let's just do already burn. It's an hour 5 minutes. 2 seconds. Yeah. A DV about 5 per second of prograde direction is needed to correct the trajectories. We are so close to Earth, we use a manual approach for the burn, just to test the EMS. Roger. Manually maneuver the craft to prograde altitude. I should be able to press ready when ready. Then, set the EMS to standby. Set the ISO to DV set. Set DV to almost 5 feet per second. Like that. DV set. I set it to normal. And then set it to DV. Right. Use the transition sets program forward until it reaches 0. You can check the entry angle again using the burn tool. Set the tool first. But it does not need to be perfect, so press proceed when ready. Reset planner, that's what I mean. So let's reset tool first, as in like this, and this. Slower of course, so let's just move forward a bit until it reaches 0. And then check it again. Does not need to be perfect though. There we go. proceed. Now I want you to reset that again. Because small difference. Thank you. Roger. Mid-course correction complete. Reset the here. Yes, and then use time scale to reach into so yeah, that's the use time scale to reach now 140 hours and 40 minutes from this time. Proceed when you have done so. So let's get to that time now. As we can see that well, there's the Earth over there that we're going to be approaching to it, coming back home. Again, that's just corrections of what we just did. Remember, 140 hours, 40 minutes. 140 hours and stop. Okay. Just give you time to prepare. Just give you a minute. Alright? Because I need to mentally prepare myself as I often do during the most important tasks of the space flight. Because, you know, you need to be at a level head. And a guy like me, who in real life that I have a bit of anxiety. Yes, I do suffer from anxiety every once in a while. But it's just, I mean, I know it's a simulator and everything, but it's just trying to imagine myself being in that position. Even though the only difference is it's the astronaut who does all instead of the crew of 3. If only that was cooperative play, where sometimes I want to do things on my side, and the guy does his thing on that side, and the right guy does things on their side. So that's just saying that from experience. I wouldn't mind volunteering to take part in that in future, if I'm ever called for. Okay, 3, 2, 1, proceed. Let's start the preparations for entry. We will guide you through the steps as in the academy. First, set up the EMS, set to 0, to 65 is rear performing, and lunar trajectory entry. To do this, press the increase on the set thumb switch a few times so the script line is aligned with the display line. Like, what do you mean? Because that's a part I kind of don't get. But we'll just say that. Because that's the velocity they're talking about, right? Is that what they mean by that? Because that's the part I don't get. But anyways. Set the entry, and that's the if I just switch up to on. And set the EMS mode to entry and keep it in standby. Set standby mode to entry. Initial program to prepare for entry is P61, the entry preparation program. On the CNC run 5, 3, 7, 9, 6, 1. Enter to start the entry preparations. The first input will be the predicted latitude and longitude of the splashdown location. And the last is if the initial entry will be heads up +1 or heads down -1. This controls the lift vector. The cow's been designed to have an aerodynamic lift vector and is opposite of the direction of the heads. So if the heads are pointing down, the vector points up, etc. This vector is used to maneuver the capsule during entry, just like an aeroplane. Let's proceed to accept the default values, which I guess it is. I don't know nothing. Next, the verb 6 and 60 shows predictions for entry, like the predicted g-force, velocity at the entry interface, and the flight path angle between the initial velocity and local horizontal at the entry interface. The entry interface is at around 400 of altitude. Proceed to accept the values. The next screen shows more predictions, like the range to go from 0.5g, predicted velocity 0.5g, and time until. Proceed to accept. P6 will now automatically move to P6 to the CM has some separation of pre-entry maneuver. The 6.2 first displays for 50, now 25, with 41 on the R1. This means please perform checklist item 41. This is the CSM separation. Check the let's just do over the entry checklist section 30. I don't need to do that because you're all going to tell me on certain parts to do anyway. The CM RCS system needs to be enabled as the SMR system will be judged in suit. So verify that the CM RCS logic is set to on. Pressurize the RCS. This requires the pyros clearly on. The CM RCS is set to press. Set the propellant on the C2 arm up. Now do the same for propellant 2. Our system will now automatically be ready when the sun is jettisoned. Now set to the sequence assist. Set the batteries to power the command module by setting the main bus time to up. Then set the main bus time to up. Okay guys, time to separate the SM. It sure has been a good companion during this journey. Alright, let's get this thing out of here. That's 1. And then you switch 2 and here goes nothing. Okay, separation. There she goes, drifting away. Set the sales mode for the CS7 and CM and reset the master alarm if sounding. It was supposed to do that. Set the gun switch to CMC again. Now press proceed on the computer. This activates the entry DAP and once again displays the predicted landing point and gives you an opportunity to select the initial lift vector. Let's proceed to accept the data. The CM will now move to the entry latitude, and when within limits, the CMC will automatically proceed to the 63. The 63 initially displays verb 6, now 64, showing the current drag, acceleration, velocity, and range of splash. Key on verb 16A to monitor this. The program will mainly keep you updated with the drag acceleration and will automatically move to P64 to 5G. The GPU will maintain a stable altitude. Looks like we are traveling about 36,000 feet per second. We will need to bleed off the excess velocity that will take us back to the moon. As we hit the atmosphere heads down, we will dive into it. This will start the deceleration, and the first target is to reduce the velocity down to 25,500 feet per second. As we do this, pay attention to the instruments. G-force will start to build up, so try to maintain the maximum G-force at about 7 Gs. To maintain this, use the EMS and roll to generate lift in the correct direction. Either dive down into decrease the density, more drag and G's, or up to reduce the G acceleration. Feel free to use timescale, but be careful. We need time for the final preparations. Resume normal count at the entry interface mark. K64 will start once 05 Gs is detected. Which again, I'm a little... Nice. So go to the orbital screen so I let other people know. That's the entry interface. And, well, go to... So they say predict splashdown is there, but they say it'll take place, right down there. But please be careful. This is a very challenging thing. We still got some time to get there. So go back to transcript a little. I want you to go to Web 16. Just to monitor this. This is the current drag acceleration. That's velocity and range splash. I mean, there's no drag right now, obviously. The velocity currently, and a range to splashdown, which we're still quite far away from it, obviously. And we can use the timescale if need be. So just wanted to get a good look at it. Oh yeah, by the way, we separated from that thing now. By the way, thank you for serving us. And Earth is obviously behind us, but we'll get to that part soon. Might as well time skip it a bit. Okay, it stopped. And must be undervolt. I don't know if that should be a cause for concern, but this is related to the main bus. So they say it's undervolt. Switch to B, then it's not undervolt. Is that what this problem was, or is it related to one of these things? Which is something I paid little attention to. Whoop. Guess I wasn't supposed to do that. So quit fiddling around, Lord Master. It's undervolt. There's probably little to nothing I can do about that. Oh, that's how I was supposed to do it this way. Switch it again. Nope. Same result. So I suggest you quit fiddling around with that. Again, we're not at that point of entry now, but once we get there, the atmospheric drag part, it will get interesting. So wait. Okay, it stopped again. Does that mean the master alarm again? Same damn thing. not yet picking up atmospheric drag, which is what that's reading 1 supposed to be. But getting closer now. And remember to roll if need be once we get the G's, atmospheric drag. Just a little bit of noise. And you tell me to run the program next, so resume normal count. At the entry interface mark, the 6.4 will start on its own when we get to there, right? Because we're about to reach the ascending node part. So let's get to that part right there. Not there yet, but we're getting there. A little closer. Close these. Anyways, just a little nervous, that's all. It's my anxiety, you know. Oh, and by the way, I kind of noticed these were still on the whole time, so it's kind of necessary now. Because that relates to the thing that we separated from earlier. So when we reach there, that's around there is when when we get closer, the G's are going to start picking up in a bit. So let's skip to that part now. Okay, it's picking up now. Look at that. Okay, press JC to align. Yeah, there is. Where's my final words report? That is wrong there. Setting aside the normal. For normal entry. You only need the control roll as the other axes are controlled by dynamic forces. Come on. Roll. Roll, baby. Roll. Set to free. The verify. God damn it. Don't do this to me right now. Next step is to impact such vertical speed. Yeah. Roll, damn it. Just roll with me. So, let's use the guide to the vector and the splash point. The guide G's to take place. The EMS will draw a line to show the G force and velocity. Set the instance continuous, yes. To SCS as soon as an entry guidance is complete. And those 2 fuel cells. And close that first, then close the second battery. I don't think the burns sound too bad. And it's a protected switch. Help me. Follow the landing checklist, set up a cockpit for landing. Okay, when we get there. Yeah, we're not quite out of this yet. So I don't know if we bounced off the atmosphere or not, but I'm just rolling as much as I can. Yeah. And are we going back up? That explains why we're not, you know, yeah, that could be bad. Because it does not appear to be we're going down, are we not? Unless this thing says otherwise, but I mean that's the altitude, but it's not telling me that we're going down the Earth. I fear we may have skipped the atmosphere. Damn it. Get us down. Jesus Christ. We're just trying to bring it down. I got no control. Yeah, I think we just skipped the atmosphere, but now I'm trying to come back down. It's like I'm trying to fight this thing, but I fear it's too little too late at this point. Okay, now it's building up again. Come on. Come on. So we were just skipping a bit of that atmosphere, but no, I'm coming down. I'm determined. I'm not giving up this fight. But the G's are building up a bit too much, right? Because it's rumbling now. Because it wasn't earlier, because that means we didn't enter it right. But now we're entering it right. So I don't know if we're gonna make it or not. But I'm doing my damnedest and keep it on a pretty good roll. Jesus. Just looking at the range. 16. Jeez. So basically it's taken a while longer than it has. But on the orbital view, it says otherwise. So I think, so did we get it? That's the real question. Okay, numbers are going crazy right now, down there. Because, you know, the whole heads down thing. Oh, crud. I think you're doing it at an odd angle right now. You don't want to have that. Unless it's already too late at that point. You know, just to... Okay, it's starting to calm down now. Landing. Just get it ready. We're still coming down, but it's not rumbling as much. And I think we made it through. Just hang on. Oh yeah, we're coming down now. Way to drogue deploy. Although it's kind of dark out. Although that's a bug. We're falling, so... Wait until 50k altitude. So just do it real quick. Oh, that's auto. Drogue chute deployed. I don't even know where we're at, but holy shiznit. Where are we? Although we were a bit under the 24k altitude. So turn that off. Then the apex cover jet, push. Yeah, I did it manually, so that was just in case. So wait for the 10k altitude, but just in case if the main don't work, open that. I mean, the drogue did deploy it by itself, but that's for just in case. Wait until we're at 10,000 feet. It's at 10,000. About to be. I mean, altitude is like almost 5,000, so main chute is out. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's rather nerve-wracking. Oh, excellent work. It has been a long journey, but it's great to be back home after this. Welcome home, Blackjack 2. Resume mission. It sure has. An epic journey to the moon and back. And who knows? We might return. Okay, I'll do the rest of the procedure as if it was normal. Although, again, that's a bit of a bug that developers need to see. Oh, it's this way, Lord Master. Oh, damn it. This way. Dump it. Quiet. I'm just following it like it's supposed to say. It's for post-landing. As we're still coming down, gotta keep working on it. Wait for 3K altitude, which where are we at? Oh, we're quite far from it. But you could take a look outside. Oh, there's that cover. The apex cover. For some reason, you know, it's falling up. Just away from the parachute, even though in real life that shit would have been tearing the parachute apart. But once we come back down, that apex cover is going to hit right smack dab at us. So, again, I'm not ending this video until we get a splashdown. Just do it properly. And then I'll shut everything off in here afterwards. So, what happened here? To try to explain as we wait and watch the to go down a bit. So what happened was, like, we were trying to re-enter, we were picking up G's, and there was the burn, and suddenly we kind of got away from it, and then I decided to just to try to, I was like, come on, pick it up a bit, like just start looking towards space, so that way the way of the thing can, you know, go down, you know, where the heat shield is on the back, to go downwards, and then we start picking up again. And I was rolling, as you saw, and we kind of nearly got off center, which that was the part that kind of made me feel nervous. And when the G's were starting to calm down, I'm like, oh no, don't tell me we skipped it, skip off the atmosphere and off the God knows where. But no, we made it in somehow. Again, that was the most nerve-wracking. Again, I'm a person with anxiety, suffer from anxiety once in a while, so that was rather nerve-wracking. Okay, now shut these damn thing off. You did the dump. Now wait for another altitude, and then we close it. So 8,000. So point that mouse here. So, oh boy. But again, I also do want to run the post-landing checklist. Oh, no, you don't need to run it. It's just all these little things. Don't need to follow that. Okay, then you can do this thing. 1,000 feet now. 900. 800. There we go. And now here comes the splashdown, and wherever that thing is, the apex cover, it's supposed to hit right on top of us. But look at our capsule spacecraft with the burns from that whole thing. And splash. Perfecto. We sure did it. Toggle hatch. Can't open that right now, can't you? No? Okay, fair enough. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that's it for campaign 3. You saw that achievement pop up, or heard it, in any way, shape, or form. So, again, that was a rather nerve-wracking thing that I've done. Really glad that all that occurred and such. I don't know. I don't have any more to say other than, well, in the future of Reentry, get back inside because it's a bit noisy. That in the future of Reentry, a spaceflight simulator here on Lordmaster channel. In the short term, I will be doing a learn how to use the lunar module through the Academy to learn all things about it, and then sooner or later, then we'll just start doing videos of campaign 4, where we will go back to the moon, and this time we're gonna land on the moon. Yep, Lordmaster is gonna step foot on the moon's surface. That'll happen one day. So we hope you people will be looking forward to all that and more, along with all the other videos that I like to do for the Lordmaster channel. So we'll hope to see you in the next video, whenever I'll post that. But until then, so long for now.